Hello, my collective. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's well. Everyone's had a wonderful, wonderful day, or is about to have a great one wherever you are. Oh, well, it's Friday, so Friday for everybody, right? I'm sure everyone's excited about the weekend. Yeah, what? Why did I pick up my cards instantly, even without like lighting up the candles and everything? 1 second. Is there a message here that we need to like urgently look at? Let's just look at this one. Liberated. Oh my god. Incarnation. Liberated. Incarnation. Oh, so this is again for a very chosen, special soul. Great. Great. I'm honored and privileged. Yeah. So let's just begin with lighting up our candles. Let's begin with evoking Archangel Gabriel, the divine messenger. And I just had a blessing also about golden messages literally seconds ago. Wow, seconds ago. And this is like literally his Archangel Gabriel's golden light. And oh wow, and a lot of gold around us, right? If you see, right from Lord Ganesha blessing us here, from this to this to this. Oh, nice. So yeah, this could be for it said a golden message. Okay, we'll explore that. Evoking Archangel Chamuel. Oh wow, arre kya baat hai, collective, lot of love and light around you for a change. Archangel Michael, here you go. Bhai, amaze balls yaar. And Archangel Raphael. Ooh, smoky, all like making his presence felt. Okay, beautiful. Let's just thank them for. I'll just take a second. If you can join me, should you want to, right? Give me a second, please. Also bless this reading. Alright, the daily mein humidity is like just killer bro is समय though right now. Level ही अलग है भाई गर्मी का. Anyways, okay. So since last time, which was the last reading was on Sunday, I remember, right? It was Sunday, if I correctly remember. Okay, so today is Friday, so it's been a big gap in between, but I've had like literally on a daily basis, I've had either a divine vision or a prophetic dream, literally every single day. There have been multiple also on certain days. There are few that I'm going to keep close to my heart because I know they are specifically for me. Alright, that I don't need to share. I don't have to share. It's not like need to share. It's like I don't have to share. They are for me. Alright. And there are few that are for you, my collective. Like there are, I mean, except for last night, because I already had my spiritual experience during the day, I've had a prophetic dream every single night, and like I said, multiple visions during the day. So it's been a very blessed week. Divine is blessing us with a lot of, so from your perspective, my collective, you are getting a lot of direction, a lot of next steps, a lot of guidance, a lot of what to do, a lot of clarity. All right. So also know, because this was oh my god, while I was setting this up, I was given this again golden messages. Remember this, these are like really those nuggets that have been given to you. Remember, you will also be given, I'm sure there are a lot of people around you who would try to give you wrong advice. At least one person, I could see one person giving like wrong advice, and it would be very wrong on the surface. Like they're not even like smart enough to like do it well. If you know what I'm trying to say, like wrong advice. Like if I were to say, let's say I can't even think of a wrong advice. Wait, let me see this. I'll tell you this. What I saw was this person saying. Let me just quote them, right? Why am I like keep holding back? So okay, beginning from there, we are not going in certain chronological order. Okay, we'll just go with how divine guides us. So this was first, be aware of the kind of advice you're getting, because when confirmation, did you hear that? Confirmation. All right. So this person was telling someone or some people, I don't know, I only saw this person. All right, this person was telling someone to let go of your control, to listen to this one person. You'll be meeting this one person. You only have to just hear them out, and not in a way like, okay, I'm like, it's coming from a chosen one's perspective, so it's still coming very purely. I'll tell you what she was saying. She was literally saying, just let go of your control, and you'll meet somebody in the coming days. You have to like listen to this person, don't speak, kind of like almost like asking you to not speak. All right, don't you speak, you listen to this person and do as they say. Literally, even if God tells you certain things, now my collective, hang on, there's something bothering me, like a distraction. See, so even if God gives you a message, God doesn't tell you da. God gives you wisdom. This was like when I heard, like, my God, it's wrong at so many levels. Like saying let go of control. Just imagine, it sounds wrong. You would rather, like, there is no, like, remember in our Vedas and our Shastras, in our Vedas, in our Upanishads, the first thing, including Gita, the first thing that divine teaches, in fact, this is a very, very basic level of spiritual guidance or even religious guidance. Any religion, I'm talking any religion, would give you, is to understand your senses and to be able to control and dominate your senses. Control them. That your senses should not control you. You should be controlling your senses. That's the first wisdom, first piece of advice that any religious text would give you. I said test. So that might be your test, to be able to like pick it up. When I saw it, I was like, what? Like, it was like one after the other. I was like, that's why I said this person, either of course my discernment is at an all-time high, I would say. But still, even for a normal human being, this would be very wrong to hear, right? Let go of your control. You will meet this person in the coming days. You're like, don't you speak, you let this person speak and do as they say. It's so wrong. That is like literally the opposite of like, let go of all the wisdom, let go of your life experiences, don't learn from anything, that any guidance that God has given you, but then go with this person that is telling you. It's like that. It was so wrong. So just please be aware. You'll get that, like I just mistakenly said, test. It could be a spiritual test for you, whether you're ready for spirituality or not, and that could literally that could be your first lesson if you're like getting initiated on this path, my collective, because you're all at our levels, right? And I was saying I'm at a higher level than you, I'm so special. I'm not saying, they're like my brothers and sisters who may be way younger than me, they are at much higher levels spiritually. So that's perfectly okay, all right? We are all in it together. We're all brothers and sisters here. But just understand, so the guidance to you here is, please be very, very aware of the guidance that is given to you. Always, you can always check with God. Even if even your parents that tell you something, right? You can always take that to God and request God to give you clarity on it. That, is this divine? Is this what you want me to do? Is this what is required of me to do? This is how this feels. That's how it's meant to be. This is what I'm supposed to do. Is this how I'm supposed to tackle it? Go to God. All right, go to God, sit in prayer. Oh, in fact, I had a download given to me, like a word given by divine. I don't know if I wrote it down here. It was literally that if you ask a question, the answer will be given to you. Like when you pray with a question, I don't know whether it was Daniel 9:23 or not. I'll just see if that was Daniel. Oh my God, this is exactly that then. Hold on. So I was given Daniel 9:23. So again, Daniel would be a book from the Bible, one of the books of the Bible, and chapter 9, verse 23. Okay, so Daniel 9:23. Hang on, if this is that, otherwise I know that they're like whether I was like able to jot it down or not. I'll just check. Hang on. Literally said it. The verse said you ask a question in prayer and the answer will be given to you. There's not would be given to you, may be given to you. No, will be given to you. Alright, so Daniel 9:23. भाई ये fall of Babylon तो इधर ही है भाई. Babylon is falling or what? Let's look for Daniel first. इसको Babylon को भी छोड़ दे साइड में. Daniel, yeah. Daniel, got it. Daniel 9:23. Was it this? Okay, see, my God. It says, the verse says, when you began your petition, an answer was given, which I have come to announce, because you are beloved. Therefore, mark the answer and understand the vision. This is Archangel Gabriel speaking, if I'm not wrong. Oh my God. Already we have like, did I not tell you that message from Archangel Gabriel, golden message? It was like Archangel Gabriel. He's the divine messenger, okay? If I have not said it enough times, just, kind of, oh my gosh, just take it in. That he's a divine messenger. It literally said, this is the Archangel Gabriel saying, when you began your petition, an answer was given, which I have come to announce because you're beloved. Therefore, mark the answer and understand the vision. Alright? So, oh my gosh. And there's something about 70 years, which is like, I mean, that's a different prophecy, I think, by Jeremiah. That's a different prophecy altogether. We'll talk about that prophecy some other time, because that's going to take otherwise the entire session. Alright? So, just know. So literally it is that answer when you begin your prayer with a question. Let's say, divine, I sit. Like, divine, this is the question I have. I need an answer. I do not have clarity. Let's say. You will be given the answer before your prayer finishes or something like that. That is the message here. The greater message here. Before your prayer finishes, you will get the answer. Alright. So just be very careful. A word is given to you. You will come across these kind of like vague messages. Also not vague in the sense like they are like, I don't think they are aligned messages. Even generally speaking, I mean, forget about divine message. It's not a divine message. But somebody telling you lose your control, and you want to meet somebody, and you have to listen to that person and do as they say. That's very dark. That's what came to my mind. That's very dark. So be careful. All right. Careful with the messages. Okay, now let me see which of the visions that I have to share with you. Okay, so let me share my visions first. All right, I have a smaller download. Okay, let's just start with the visions. Okay, so number one vision. All right, I saw this lady. Okay, this was a woman, a lady. I don't know how young she was or how old she was, but by the silhouette and by what was happening, I could see this was a woman. And she was cutting a cake. Alright. And when she was cutting the cake, bro, confirmation, oh my God. So I think she was, that's a thought. I think she was celebrating something. And I still have like liberated card right here. I think she was celebrating some kind of freedom. What is this? Something this was upside down. That's why I had to take it up to see what was stolen. So something that I think she's got back, something that was stolen from her. To understand, it could be like spiritual, it could be like material. Either ways, alright? Going back to what the vision was. She was cutting a cake. What I found while I was watching her, I was not able to see other people around her, quite honestly, but I could hear some people. Nobody was clapping for her, by the way. No one was clapping, which I found very odd. Like, that's why I thought, is it a birthday cake? It can't be a birthday cake. You must, I'm sure, like 144 on the clock. So it wasn't a birthday cake, because I was like trying to like rationalize while watching her. I was trying to like make sense of it, that if it was her birthday, I'm sure somebody else got a cake, they would be around. to like, feed them a piece, hug them, cheer for them, sing them the happy birthday song and everything. There was no one. But she was cutting a cake. So I understand this was a celebratory cake. I mean, like she's celebrating something all by herself. Very quiet celebration perhaps. But there was, I think, somebody in the kitchen. And I think there was someone in the kitchen, like she had help or someone else who was there. But she was cutting the cake and she's all dressed up very nicely. It wasn't like ghar mein like juda bana ke baithe, not that. Not the juda version of it. She was at home. Oh, by the way, I didn't clarify that. She was at home, confirmation, thank you. She was at home cutting that cake, and while she was cutting the cake, it was really weird. She was cutting in that weird angles. Like I've seen people butchering the cake. I have. I have seen people saying, I don't know how to cut the cake. Or you go like, why can't you just, it is a pie. Even if it is a rectangular or a square cake, either way, whichever shape it should be very easy. You just cut straight and you cut like this. You will be able to take out a piece. Triangular, isosceles, triangle, piece nikal sakte. Even I've seen people butchering it. Aise, pata nahi. I don't know what people do. Either they don't, I don't know. Maybe they can't. I don't know. Even with a straight knife, which is of course knife will be straight, right? You know what I'm trying to say? Like I'm trying to stress that it is just, if you go with knife like this, like so, it will cut in a straight line. There is no way around it. You can't go wrong. But I've seen people just making so like hexagons out of it. And not intentional. But you get the drift. You get the drift, collective, right? This person was not bad in that sense. She was cutting really weird angles, like, let's say for instance there was one, so the cake was round and with white icing, looked yum by the way. All right, this yay big. All right, so it was like a 2 kg cake. Jitna detail yaad hai sab main detail dungi, wait karo. All right, so here it was, and she cut like, so you go like this, right? She went like this. How do I explain it? Let me, if I have my pen here, I will draw it for you. Do I have my pen? I do. Hang on, wait, let me show you how it works. Let's see, so she cut it like this. Okay, if this was that, so this is the shape she cut. Like, what is she doing? I know. Literally made my angels laugh right now. Like, this is what she did. And very weird. This is not even like close to the weird one. I'm trying to like, hang on. This is, let's say this. She did something like this. Okay, yeah, this is the weird. This is the one she was doing. No, it was not even that big. This very weird shapes she was cutting, bro. Really weird. But not in that weird, in the sense, they were not misaligned, they were not zigzag or something, but they were like, as if she was trying to give pieces of her cake according to how much perhaps people had contributed in her life, something like, because there were bigger pieces which was consciously cutting them big. Some pieces were very big. Like I said, this one, you would otherwise, I don't have to like explain with any more diagrams here. But you would like go like to the center of the cake and you would cut a piece like that. That's the very easiest possible way to cut a pie out. But she went with it, and it seemed, like I said, very, at the cost of repeating myself, this seemed very intentional. It seemed as if she was going for to make certain pieces bigger. And that was her intention, to make certain pieces consciously, intentionally bigger. Something like that. And I was like watching, I don't know why. And then there was like I said, there was somebody in the kitchen who was like in the kitchen. They didn't come out to sing her anything or to hug her or to congratulate her. Nothing, no sound. But she was happy doing this. And I saw her dressed beautifully. And not like on a party way, not sequins, not rinchak, but like in a very beautiful sculpted dress she was wearing. Something I would love to wear. Like that's the kind of dresses I wear. Something like that. Very structured and sculpted, like I say. And obviously she had the figure to carry it too. She looked very pretty. She looked dressed. Like I said, again, I did not see her face, but I saw how she looked like, and my focus was on the cake, and there was nothing written on the cake either. Nothing like happy birthday, congratulations, yay to go, like nothing. There was nothing on it. Why? Like I said, the piece was so big, and in fact, the first that angle that I just told you, this first piece she cut, it was so big that almost seemed like it was not a part of the cake, that as if it was too big for the cake, like to come out of that cake, if that makes sense. Like when she cut it, it just almost became too big. It didn't seem like that piece was from that cake. You get the drift? I know you get. So, and then I was like, I was like analyzing while watching her, and then there was somebody on the door. The bell rang, okay, and the old-fashioned bell, not the modern bells. It was like that ting tong bell, all right. So, and there was somebody on the door, and they were like, "Ma'am," so she was like, I'm surprised. I don't know which language she spoke actually. Quite honestly, I don't remember that, but. She said, like, why are you here? Like, what happened? Not in like in a good way. Like, what happened? Why are you here? And he was like, ma'am, I've come. He said, ma'am, I've come to pick you up and everything. And she was like, why did you come to pick me up? I would have taken my car. Where did she come to pick me up? And he says, no, ma'am, bahar barish ho rahi. Okay, that's when, I don't know how much, 21 on the clock. How much was, she said, oh no, he said that, ma'am, it's raining outside. He spoke in Hindi. He said, it's barish ho rahi bahar, it's raining outside. So that's why I thought, aap apni gaadi leke jaoge, there'll be a lot of keechad, you'll have to go through traffic, that'll keep you like, you know, you might get stuck in traffic is what I was coming at. Like, that's what he said. You might get stuck in traffic, so it's, I could take you there. I mean, that's okay. And she was like, no, मैं अपनी गाड़ी ही लेके जा रही थी ना, मैं जाती मैं वापस भी उसी गाड़ी में आती ना. Why did you like, and she was like happy about the fact the person was like thinking so much and everything. So he said, no ma'am, कोई तकलीफ नहीं है, आप चलो मैं ही आपको drop करूँगा, and I will bring you back also, don't worry about the evening drop also. So it seemed like someone, I don't know who they were, like, but they knew where her office was and everything. But it was all very nice and cordial. There was no any other angle to it, but what it gave me was, it made that woman very happy that there was somebody who was like thinking that, oh my god, it's raining outside, and she would have to take her car through the Delhi kind of traffic, okay, something like that. I think I don't know the geographical location where this happened, but that's how it looked like. She was happy that there was someone. Although she didn't look sad even while cutting the cake, by the way. Like, this was, like I said, a very silent celebration. Most likely she got it for herself. This is something that she got for herself. I think there might be a win for the message here. I feel my collective, that's where it ended, okay, that's where divine woke me up after this. So then what I feel is, I do feel a very quiet win coming your way. Something, right, angels, Archangel Michael is going right now, something that's confirmation from Archangel Michael, okay. So take it, accept it, claim it, all right. So there would be a very quiet celebration coming in, or you could bonk about it. That's what I feel. Oh my god, my pitch just went high. You could like, that's how it went. All right. So okay, if you had your earphones on, I'm sorry, but I don't know, I just got that surge of energy. So you could have that win, you could brag about it, you could do whatever you want, you could throw a party, you could just rub it in people's faces in a way, what I'm trying to say, that's where I'm going, but you didn't. I think this is a win which you consciously chose to hide from the world. I think because you probably learned your lessons, and you know, it's not about even lesson learning, we know this, all right, as chosen ones, so definitely let me say, but this seems to be a collective message. So you may be a chosen, may not be a chosen, you're here on a spiritual journey, so it could be a message for someone to, like, divine could be, in a way, could be giving you a guidance to keep your wins closed from the outside world right now. Like, I'm not, hide is a very strong word, but yeah, kind of like, yes, hide your blessings right now, you know, that kind. You would benefit from not telling a lot of people, is what I'm saying, unless you really have to. Agar nahi have to, learn from my own lesson, collective, this is my personal lesson. If you don't have to, then please don't put it up, as your status or as on LinkedIn or wherever, please. Why though? Because it's like I said, it seemed like a very, but that's what I got out of it. Like, seemed like a very win. That's why she was getting this special treatment also. Like, so it seemed like a professional win. Sorry, that's the word I was like, at your workplace, your career, oh, whatever. I don't know. See, the divine just struck me. So 100% it is your workplace. And I have a poster for sky, it says Skyfall right now, right in this room. Because I do feel otherwise these people have that, a lot of envious energy. See, I'm trying to work my way around those words, trying to be as constructive as possible. But just so you know, a lot of bad juju is the most adorable word I have for the negative energy that is around you, who does not, cannot, absolutely cannot accept it. It's like literally the word sky falls. That is the rendition I'm getting right now. That's not the exact rendition, but this is the rendition I'm getting right now from the sky fall. मैं जिसका हिंदी में हमारा मुहावरा is an adage, like, you know, that आसमान टूट पड़ा, yeah, something like that. That, you know, that loosely translates to sky fall. That kind of like, just for your enemies, your ops, or even the kind of people, because I was just stopped to say it's not just your ops or enemies. Enemies, but divine tried to like stop me. It could literally be your well-wishers, people who are like, who say that love you, who are in your inner circle or in your outer circle or in your close proximity. My collective, you have to be very aware of those people. But it seemed like divine is, either that is what you have decided to do, what happened in the vision, or / dream, okay, or this was exactly what divine is guiding you to do in the coming days. Take it as it resonates. All right, you have a great victory coming in, great, to an extent that, imagine this person, this lady, this beautiful lady. So congratulations to whoever you are in the spirit, whoever you are, congratulations to you, many congratulations to you, whoever you are, okay, my collective. Whomever I saw, I don't know whom I saw, quite honestly. So, but whomever this person is, this beautiful soul is, I hope and wish you the best. But she's doing the smart thing, collective. So learn from her. She kept it. It was such a big victory that she got a cake for herself. She didn't have to. She could have gone out, you know, to a fancy dinner or lunch or whatever, you know, for shopping, but that would have been visible confirmation. So she's doing this celebration in the proximity of her home and with no one else around, with just one person in the kitchen. Like I said, it could literally be help, it could be her spouse also, could be anybody. There was one person, but she was cutting on her own and happy about it. So just very chosen energy. So learn from her, okay? So just keep the bigger message here is, please keep your wins concealed right now. Yeah, that's the hidden. मुझे थोड़ा सा वो लग रहा था. Negative has a negative connotation to it, but take it as resonates. There's no harm in protecting yourself. You're not lying to anybody, but that is your personal win. Keep it under the wraps. ठीक है, अभी नहीं बताने का किसी को. Just shush. Absolute guys. Okay? Alright. Okay, so what else? Okay, next. What pie diagram हो गया आज के लिए? Enough math. Okay, so then what else can I share with my collective divine? Oh yeah, okay, let me just, now I've done this one. Okay. Oh yeah, let me do the bigger one. I saw a vision of, I don't know, quite honestly, I don't know what their gender was, because I was just focused on the flag they were hoisting. Like, I've never seen, like, literally the flag as big as it would be on 15th August जब हम flag hoist करते हैं. Okay, so that kind of like India flag, like really, it wasn't India flag, it was a huge flag, and the end was not like the proper, what's the diagram, let me put my pen down. So it was that triangular flag, जैसे religious flags होते हैं. I have like a similar one in my balcony which says Jai Shri Ram, right? So that kind of a flag, but it wasn't religious. I'm just saying those triangular flags, that shape. Normal okay, country flags are not triangular, they are like rectangular in shape, correct? So I'm telling you the shape. It was so big. I can like that's why I could not even like I don't remember, I didn't notice, and because I would have definitely remembered it. It was I could notice the gender of the person hoisting it, but the size of the flag was like massive to me. I had not seen such a massive flag. Because when you're in a vision, you see it, bro. It is not like I said. I could see, I could experience it. That's why it's a vision. You could experience it. I was like, oh my god, I've never seen anything as big as this. And I saw this multiple times, a huge flag. So this person was hoisting this flag like this, and that pole, was yay thick. So in my head, I was going, yaar, main to pole bhi pura hold nahi kar pati. It was like, so the flag was so big. I think it, goes and reconfirms a victory here. But that was a very quiet, or the whichever way you want to go. You want to zip it or you want to lock and throw the key. Do that, okay? But this was like, and also this person again was not boinking about stuff. Again, not boinking about it, but there it was quite windy. And this person was hoisting that flag, and I was like, oh my god, itni wind mein. I was thinking, itna mota pole. I was thinking it from my own perspective, watching this person. I think it was a he. I'm guessing, wild guess. How difficult. I would not have been able to wrap my fingers around this. That's what I was going with. Huge flag, bro. Huge flag. And like I said, I got this flag's confirmation so many times. Oh my god, I was like, oh my god. Like when you get it, like, it's just reiterated. Dun, 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 dun. It's a divine's way of like literally just being on the drums and dun, 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 dun. That's divine's way of like doing. When they give something back so many times, it's like that. Like reconfirmation is like, something like on those lines, like donkey ki chot back, Divine's like happy and just, you can just feel their happiness. Alright, so I saw this huge, like I said again, huge. And I could not get away from this. Like, it was, like I said, it was just given to me so many times. So I'm very happy for whoever you are. Again, congratulations, you're hosting a flag. So you're doing something. It symbolizes doing something that's like hoisting a flag, something that big. And like I said, I remember the shape of the flag was, I was like thinking, whoa. And that was the exact thought in my mind also at the time when I saw the flag, that this must be something, it cannot be related to your country, because the flag is not like that. It was especially shown to me in a very triangular shape while a flag. So I know this is something either religious, could be spiritual, could be very personal. 3 on the clock. So spiritual. 33. Master number 33. Alright? So yeah. Confirmation. 333 on the clock. Oh my god. So it's something, it could be a very personal thing, it could be spiritual something, or it could be something that connects you with spirituality, something you're going to do, something that connects you with spirituality, that's equivalent to hoisting that bigger flag. And so enormous that other people like me, I was watching from, I'm the other person watching it, right? It's so huge that other people are like, I won't even be able to hold this. This is what other people are thinking. That's what I was thinking. How is this person here? And this was against the wind. So the flag, when it is against the wind, that means against circumstances, against opposition, the flag looks even prettier because that wind flows in that direction. You know what I mean? You're hoisting it again. This was how he was going like this, and the wind was blowing in this, so he's doing it against the wind, and hence the wind is just blowing the flag beautifully. That's when it looks most beautiful, right? Because you're doing it and the hair is also moving in that direction. Look, the most cinematic experience that was very cinematic, I would say. Very beautiful, very, very, very beautiful scene. Like I said, I got that multiple times. To an extent, मतलब मेरे मुंह से like I literally said, oh my god. Big flag. Okay. Awesome. So I got that diner 923. I've already like done it, and so whatever you asked, that was already given to us in the beginning only. So you have a question, please don't go around taking other people's advice. Understand, take everything you got. God tells you to do something. Obviously, if they tell you directly, yes, do that, you will know it. But they never tell you like just close your eyes and they ask you to have faith. But they say that we are giving you wisdom, we are giving you discernment, we have given you the gift of discernment, we have given you the gift of intelligence, we have given the gift of intellect. So you are wise enough to make a wise choice. Make the choice with the lessons we have already given you. That, and we are standing right with you. We won't let you fall. Confirmation. Again, that Daniel 9:23 talks about a prophecy. Alright, this might be related to a chosen one, this message. Somebody's trying to like maybe that whole wrong advice thing that I said, somebody could be trying to derail you by giving you wrong advice that, you're not supposed to listen to yourself, you're not supposed to listen to the God inside you, you're not even supposed to listen to God, listen to this person who comes to you. That sounded so wrong to me. First the control thing, and second that. Wow. इंद्रियों पे कंट्रोल छोड़ दो अपना, तो वहीं तो पहली परीक्षा. If you like were to like go, that is literally your first test. How good you are with that. How much have you control? That is literally the very first milestone in spirituality. That's where you camp first. Then you move forward. जब आप इंद्रियों पे आपको नहीं भरो तो आप you will not be ascending. That you will not pass test, you will not ascend. You will be on that lesson until you learn that, and then only you move forward. Okay, so just be aware. Okay, then I was given next, let's move on. Okay, let me just do the vision. Let me do one more vision. Okay, let me do this one. So, this I got twice. The same thing twice. Okay, so and there was only a slight variation in the second one, but it was exactly the same thing. Alright, so first time when I saw it, I saw a bunch of kids, like, and they were of all ages, shapes and sizes. Alright, a bunch of kids, like they didn't look like primary kids, but yeah, like kindergarten se thode bade lag rahe the. They didn't look like 33 on the clock here, oh my gosh. Okay, so on the clock that I have on my left here, not this one, there's another one here. And there's in front, so yeah, and there's one on the camera, so okay. So anyway, so I saw this timing could be 33, could be important again, very spiritual number, master number 33. In fact, we went for Spider-Man yesterday, and that too had like Jean could do. For all those who have not seen it yet, it released yesterday, and if you haven't been there, do not please miss it. Go for it. For me, it is the best. If you let go of the first, उसको side में रख देते. First movies are always special. उसको side में कर दो अगर. This is the best Spider-Man movie yet. Best. See, मुझे Gen Z का नहीं पता because I don't have very high opinion about them, about the depth of their experiences in life. But anybody over Gen Z, I think the millennials, everybody's going to love it. They are going to love it. Gen Z, I don't think, like I said, I don't think they have any depth in them. They may not like it. But definitely any older than Gen Z would 100%, I guarantee you, is going to like it. Anyways, coming back. So my point there actually was, even in that, spoiler alert, move ahead if you don't want to be like, if you haven't seen it yet. Even that Jean could jump only like, it was like 33 feet or something. She could only jump 33 feet. And that was like, I knew that 33, why do you think it was not 32, 30, why not 34, why not 56? It was 33 because that's a master number, 33. And she was doing it, obviously she's like a telepath. She can do it, she can bend reality or whatever she can do it with her mind, right? So that mind, that intellect, the creative power, her connection with the divine, that is where the 33 came into play. All right, so just nothing is out of just, let's say, whimsy nahi hai. Things are like aligned. It is, you should just have the potential to be able to see through the veil. All right, anyways, so I saw this bunch of kids. All right, again, as I said, all shapes and sizes. Okay. They were like singing ABCD to an, was not an elderly person, but I would say that person was in their 50s, 60s kind of age. Very agile, very active, but yeah, maybe 50s, perhaps 50s, right? And they were singing that A, B, C, D, S, like proper, you remember it, right? From our childhood, that's how we learned it, like in that songy way, in that rhythm, right? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right? So, like when that element of PQ, kids, as kids, we all loved it. When they were like singing, I literally went to that, waited in my head, I was waiting for them to come to element of PQ. You know, that element is the most fun bit of the whole ABCD song, if you want to call it, the alphabet song, right? So it was so cute, and they did it right. They did not make any mistakes. So they were singing like, it seemed like there was a teacher, or could be like a father, or could be like a grandfather. Didn't look as old as a grandfather, but maybe father figure. But there were like a lot of kids, and they didn't all look like his kids. But it was a group of kids, all right, and that could be a teacher, whatever. Or those could be a group of cousins, siblings, soul tribes, how I saw it. Okay, all singing A, B, C, D, and they all did a swell job at it. Swell job, like they did not make any mistakes. They did the element of PQ bilkul proper. 4-1 on the clock. Alright, they did that, and that was when it ended. And I knew there was like Divine's way of Divine what tried to show me was like there was a bunch of, it seemed like a bunch of chosen ones, and like we are kids in front of Divine. We are Divine's children, right? That's when I say child of God kya? Divine ke to bacche, all of us, no matter what age we are. That's why I saw them of different ages. Alright, so it could be whatever age you are a kid for the Divine, alright? And when they were singing A B C D pura proper, it just seemed like they were aligned with what Divine was teaching them, how Divine was guiding them, with the wisdom that was given to them. Alright, they were aligned because Divine was like checking ki whatever they was, he's like, this person was not like passively listening to the ABCD song. He was listening actively, like literally every word. Did they get it right? And they all, like I said, they all got it right. And he, like, I didn't see him saying, oh yay, wonderful, yay, nothing like it. It was like, I don't even remember him saying good job or anything, but I think that's where it ended, if I remember it correctly. That's how much it was. Alright, the first one. So kids, bunch of kids, like I said, all shapes and sizes, all colors, okay? Singing A, B, and do a proper A, B, C, D. They were all standing, and there was a table in between, and this person was sitting sideways, not like an interview session, like face to face, like, but he was like sideways, but casually he was just listening and assessing. When you like encourage somebody, you want to encourage someone, right? That's what you do, like, right? Yeah, that ways. And Divine did not help them in between. You don't say, yeah, kahin mime karke ya kuch nahi, nothing. It just went on, how it went on. Alright, kids did a swell job. Then I was shown another similar ABCD. Now this time there was a child, alright, one child only, one single girl child, I think. But again, I didn't register the gender, so take it as it resonates. Energies are fluid, okay? Masculine, feminine, se farak nahi padta. You could operate out of your feminine energy or your masculine energy. Take it as it resonates, alright? Confirmation, alright? So this person, again, this child was telling, it seemed like, because the kind of proud tears the lady had, who was listening to this ABCD from this child, were like proud mother tears. When you're like very proud, you get emotional. For all those who have kids and mothers here, they would know if the child were to like speak something like amazing, or like recite a full poem, or like whatever. Okay, so I think, hang on, I think it's my husband, so I'll just come back to you in a second. Hang on, collective. Yay, collective. Sorry if it cut off, then I will search these two together. Okay, so where were we at? So we were, so I was telling you about this kid, like, and the mother had, this kid was singing A, B, C, D, again, same, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, again, and this mother had like those beautiful tears, those proud, emotional tears, not proud in that way, like, but I'm sure you do not have a child, but I'm sure the mothers here would understand, or even the fathers would understand what I'm talking about, right? You get emotional about your baby being able to do A, B, C, D, I'm sure, right? So that's how the kind of tears that she had, and it was like, again, it seemed like now this time, this, like, say that was like a masculine figure, this was a feminine figure this time in this vision, right? So I do feel it is like, see, I call divine and divine as a neutral gender also, but I also consider certain deities in their masculine or in their feminine form, right? Like for me, Lord Shiva would be a very masculine, very father-like deity to me. That's how he is, whether I want it or not, I like it or not, that's how he is, right? Again, Ma Kali is very, very, very motherly to me. Like, it's almost like I'm a favorite child kind of motherly, right? So you have that different kind of I did feel, I was like, that's how I saw it, okay? Take it as it resonates, collective. It was like your divine father and your divine mother being so proud of you that you have been able to align yourself with what you were meant to align yourself with. Almost as that you are on that road, that purpose, that mission that you were meant to be in. That's what it seemed like. But that's what they want us to be at our best selves, right? That's what they want. Quite honestly, like, literally, I'm not joking about it. If I were to not, like, let's say there are क्या आ रही हूँ so there are days, confirmation, there are days if I were to, like, not, like, let's say you just laze around, you're like, आज तो हम like बिल्कुल बिंदास, आज तो हम ये भी नहीं करेंगे, like, I'll take a bath later in 2 hours, okay, let me just I'll do my I'll comb my hair. There are days I don't even like घर पे होता तो I like go literally the other way around, like either extreme of like आज तो कंघी भी नहीं करेंगे हम, that kind. But I have had my divine mother like literally come and say, why are you like doing this work first, and why aren't you like taking care of yourself first? You should take care of yourself. Why did you not do that? Why did you not do this? Why that? Literally, I'm not, and literally I'm talking about like material stuff. Like if I were to not in like not in a way, like she wants me to, I don't want to sound like you think that I don't care what you think, by the way, but it's just that that's how she comes, like literally the divine feminine, Ma Prakriti or Ma Kali, whichever way, Mata Durga, Mata Sita, Mata Gayatri, whoever you connect with, alright, these are deities I connect with. For most times when feminine connects with me, Mother Goddess connects with me, it's usually 9 times out of 10 it is in the form of Ma Kali. And she won't like it. If I were to not comb my hair and just like sit and just do whatever or keep eating or whatever, she would like check me like, excuse me, why aren't you doing it? Why haven't you done this? Why aren't you just like, she doesn't even like, it's not about like not about being in bed or just lazing. It's not about lazing. She wants me to take care of myself. Like, you should do this, you should do that is too much screen time, that is too much work. Like to an extent when I was working, there was a time I was like working really hard and I was almost getting like, quite honestly, I was getting almost like only 4 hours of sleep every night. And she was the most concerned about that you need to like sleep more. That's just 4 hours is not enough. It is not enough. Sleep more. Take more rest more, take a holiday, take a chutti, sleep for a few hours extra, make sure that your day is more balanced, you don't overwork and you don't undersleep, that kind of like. So they're like our parents, this is how they're like, maybe you're now at a point where you're perfectly aligned with how they want you to be, is what I'm saying, correct? If you're at your very perfect harmonious self, that perfect balance, This is how what I want you to do. This is how I want you to feel mentally. This is how I want you to feel psychologically. This is how I want you to feel emotionally. This is how I want you to feel physically. You're exactly where you need to be. This is exactly how they wanted you to be. You know, mission, assignments, yes, all of that, but they want the best for you first. बहुत डिस्टर्ब कर रहे हैं लोग. Third disturbance है within 10 minutes. Right? So, okay, so that is another thing. So I do feel that you are like literally aligned. Again, if I have not said that enough, one more time. You are aligned with how divine wants you to be. You're doing what you're doing. You're doing a good job. Let me just say that. Sometimes we just need to hear that. That am I on the right path? Am I doing the right thing? Again, that same guidance, right? Let me tell you, you're on the right path. Again, take all the confirmations to God, of course. The God inside you will tell you whether you are doing the right thing or not. Don't go by what the world says. World को तो बोलना ही बोलना उनका काम ही है. जो तुम करोगे उसका उल्टा बोलेंगे वो. और जैसे तुम्हारी लाइफ ठीक होगी, तुम अपने सुन के अपना ठीक करोगे लाइफ, they'll all be like always new, always new. You know, that's the job. That's the job. That's the noise they create. Okay, that's the noise. Understand that's noise. Okay. Third being that I had like, okay, there's one other. Okay, there's one more that I want to do right now. Then we'll do the rest the next time. Of course, this is my first reading this week, quite late, but I will come with another one either tomorrow or day after. Okay, then I'll cover the rest of those on those days. Yeah, there is one. There are 2, 3 that are very, very, very personal to me. Let me do another download. I was given Gravity 1010. I didn't get. Let me see what exactly Divine is saying. When they say gravity, what do they mean? Of course, we know what gravity is. Let's not get that wrong. But what do they mean by that? Like, why did Divine say gravity? Say something gravity. What do you say when you use first thing that came to my mind was when this was given was gravity of the situation, the weight of the situation, the pull of that situation, that onus, where the onus is, something like that, right? Okay, no, but let's just, that's what I got. But hang on, it says gravity is an invisible natural force that pulls objects with mass towards each other, driven by mass and distance. It's an invisible natural force, almost like divine, right? Invisible natural force that pulls objects with mass towards each other. I think it's that again. Each other would be you and your purpose. I think you are that natural pull is now, you're feeling that now. You now know what is meant for you, what is not meant for you. You know it. There'll be sirens in your head. There'll be sirens all around you, signs all around you. You would know what is meant for you, what is not. I'm sure that much of discernment has been given to you. If not, you will develop that discernment. Don't get like, I don't hear it, I don't get it, I don't feel it. That's okay. That if it is meant for you, if that blessing is meant for you, that power is meant for you, you will be given that power or blessing, whichever way you want to see it. Okay, but there is something, it is that same thing. Like I said, that same ABCD, I had not opened it even once. I did not check this download out. Like I said, I got like a lot of downloads, a lot of Bible words. I was given a lot of dreams, a lot of prophetic dreams, and a lot of visions. So somehow I just did not get to it, but this is exactly what I just said, that you're aligned with your ABCD singing in that vision. Alright, so again, the gravity is an invisible natural force that pulls objects with mass towards each other. That is you and your purpose. An invisible force, which is taking you towards your purpose, taking you towards where you are meant to be in divine timing, what you're supposed to do in divine timing. It's all aligned. So again, I think a re-confirmation, if I could stress it enough, confirmation that divine is saying that you're on the right path. If that is what the question that you came in, when you came into this reading, that is what the question was in your brain, know that you're doing the right thing. Okay, this is like confirmations upon confirmations. It says matters, bigger objects have a stronger pull. Bigger objects have a stronger pull. Bigger object would be like your purpose. The bigger the purpose, the more pull you feel towards that. You're not, no, I'm not here to do this. This can't be what I am here to do. That has to be it. And you can't even be perhaps confirmation. Oh my God. Confirmation again. Literally says that has to be it. Like your North Star, something you've been pulled towards. You know that is not it. This is not for me. That is for me. That pull towards that is what gravity is. That purpose is gravity is bringing you towards it. Distance matters. Closer objects pull harder on each other. So, oh my God, the closer, oh my God, divine, thank you. The closer you get to your purpose. Let's say the purpose obviously is right here. Let's say it's stationary. The purpose is right here. It is not changing. This is what you're here to do. This is what you signed on. This is your contract that you signed with divine. Your soul signed with divine, right? The indestructible soul of yours, your Atman signed with divine. This is what you're here to do. It's right here. And the closer you get, the pull becomes harder. Like it's like now it is not possible for you to pretend to not see it. You know, that you think, no, I have to do this. I'm sure this is what I'm supposed to do. This is the worldly thing is what I'm supposed to do. It has now become absolutely impossible for you to pretend to not see it. There is no way on planet Earth, and it's like you still close your eyes and I don't see it. Divine will like खोल के रखेंगे कैसे नहीं? How? Here, your purpose is right here. What are you doing? Why are you wasting your time doing blah? All right. And universal reach. Every object in the universe has gravity. So almost divine is trying to include everybody, saying no matter whether you're chosen or not, there is something specific designed for you, meant for you. All right. So there is a duty assigned to you, an assignment given to you, a mission given to you. You just have to like acknowledge it. So this, it seems, I want to say it's for everybody, but I do know that this is for chosen ones. And you know what, like don't like go around like hating on chosen ones की बड़ा special है, भगवान की ज़्यादा कृपा होती है. अबे उतने ज़्यादा अपने को challenges नहीं मिलते. Like 1,000 times the challenges you would face just in a single day. We face those many challenges in like one day. जो तुम्हारे को पूरे year में भी तुम face करते ना, we face those many in just one single day. And we still like, so don't like go around hating people. Oh, 13 on the clock. Don't think you're like chosen. पता नहीं क्यों भगवान इतना प्यार क्यों करता है, भगवान इतना देखता है इनको, भगवान की बड़ी कृपा है पे. अरे भगवान की कृपा. Imagine the trials and tribulations, confirmation, trials and tribulations the chosen ones go through. You don't see the shadow work. You don't see the inner work chosen ones do. You have no idea. You only see the outcome. That's what you see. You don't see how much work people put in to get there. All right. So again, gravity, and 1010 was given to me. I just want to like just check out this angel number very quickly. I literally put that as 1010, like as in clock 1010. Okay. Anyways, so it could be about. So my first, even before I see it, what I know of it is like a cycle. It is an ending of a cycle. So ending of a cycle also is like a beginning of a cycle, right? You end something and the time goes in loop. Everything from our mythology, from whatever we have learned from our ancestors, such beautiful gifted ancestors. There are times I literally sit and think, I'm talking about Indians, right? How did we come out of these people, man? They were like so smart. They had everything figured out. How did they do that? They had no tools. They had nothing. They had literally no science, but the power of the brain was such that how the Indians that don't even know, they can't even keep their like country clean. How did we come out of these people? Like there are times I hand to God I doubt it. Like wow, it's so unbelievable. Anyway, so ending of a cycle, like why did I come to mythology? But it's because our mythology says literally everything is in a loop, everything is in circular motion. Like our Kal Chakra, even symbolically the Kal Chakra is a chakra. Alright, that's the Kal Chakra. Even the Wheel of Fortune in tarot is a Wheel of Fortune. Alright, so literally 10-10 would be when the cycle closes, only then a new cycle can begin, right? You finish a chapter, only the next chapter then begins. Alright, so angel number 10-10, what it really means is spiritual awakening, new beginnings, and personal growth. So when you move on to the next chapter, it only means that you've finished your last chapter. That means you must have learned something there. That means that hence, if you finish the last chapter, only then you can move on to the next chapter. Right? So it is like you're finishing something, learning something, growing out of it, and then like moving on to the next chapter. Something like that. Again, that cake energy, cake cutting energy. Not the cake energy. I love cake, but yeah. I guess it looked very pretty. So, okay, sorry, circling back. So it says awakening, your inner awareness is growing and you're aligning with your true life purpose. That same gravity, that purpose is pulling you towards itself. You can no longer ignore it. You cannot close your eyes to it. You cannot pretend to not see it. And there is nothing else you can pretend to do. That is the purpose you're supposed to be going for, and that is what you're doing. That ABCD singing is that what you're doing right now. So you're aligned with the universe, divine doing this, agreeing as you're doing the right thing. All right, divine timing. Did I not say everything will happen to you at the right time? You're being moved in the right direction. It'll happen at the with the exact moment that it's supposed to happen. All right, divine timing. Events in your life are unfolding exactly as they should. So don't force anything. Whatever ends, whatever begins. Don't force things, but learn the lessons. And if needed, reiterate those lessons in your head. That what did I learn today? Have I been given this lesson earlier? Did something else come before like this? And what did I learn from that? What am I taking forward from there? Just like, even if you don't want to talk to yourself, even if you don't want to talk to your higher self, alright, you can speak to divine like this. Speak to divine. Divine will give you answers. And that, like I said, that was that Daniel 9:23. You ask a question before in a prayer, divine promises you that I will give you the answer before your prayer finishes. Ask your questions. Speak to divine. Cultivate a relationship. जैसे होता है ना, बड़े सारे हम लोग networking कर रहे हैं. My networking is so important to me. This is the networking that you should be doing. Connecting with deities, connecting with divine. I'm not asking you to connect to a certain deity. Like I said, I believe in so many of them and they all believe in me. So I can speak to any of the deities I like by divine grace. But if there is particular deity, and this is what I repeat all the time, there's a particular deity that you believe in, somebody who speaks to you, somebody who loves you, shows their love, blesses you, you would know when you're blessed by them. When they do that, please, that is the networking. You like speak up your gratitude prayers, like say thank you, say thankful and grateful to you. Say that simple sentences. You don't have to be fancy to show them that you're like grateful and thankful. Just say I'm grateful and thankful, divine. Thank you 1,000 times. Thank you. Something as simple as that. Yeah, they're not asking you to be fancy. But yes, they love it. That I can tell you from my own personal experience, that they love it if you like people who pray, just do aarti and everything. If you sing it to them, they love it. That's what I can tell you. That is why you'll see most of these aartis, the prayers are like sung to the gods. They love listening to it. If you have a beautiful voice, nothing like it. They'll come and bless you. They love listening to it. That's how I sing, and this is what I got. Like, I did not ask them did I sing it well or something, but they used to tell me that we love listening to you, love how you sing the prayer to us. You can also just speak it, right? Just like speak it like in without singing it. But if you were to sing it, is what I'm saying. That's also a way to express your gratitude. Show them you care. Show them you appreciate that you are blessed. Okay. And also awakening, divine timing, positive mindset. Okay. Focus on hopeful thoughts because your mindset helps shape your future reality. So good thoughts, positive thoughts. All right, think about all the wonderful wins, think about all those wonderful victories you'll have, you'll, what will you do with them? Let's say what if you want to, that's an easier way to like vision it, right? If you're hoping for something, just think, what will you do? Let's say if that win comes to you, what will you do with it? What would you do? Something like that. What would you, let's say excuse me, if you're supposed to get like, if you think that you want like a certain amount of money, let's say that's what you want to, that's what you focus, and you get that, what you do? Like, go and get your mom something, whatever she likes, whatever she likes, like she likes bags, she likes shoes, she likes hair accessories, whatever she likes, you get something for her. That is something I would like to do, something like that. That will help you vision the win, is what I'm saying. Something like that. This is just an example. You can, whatever you, I don't know what you're going for, but whatever your prayer is, whatever your wish is, just look at it from that way when it comes to the mindset, the positive mindset perspective. Instead of thinking of what obstructions you might encounter, who are the people who might challenge, अरे ये वो कर देगा, वो कर देगी, उसको सोचने के बजाय might as well just think of it, oh, this is what happens and that's what I'm going to do. You know? Okay? So, collective, with that, I think that's all we're going to do today. Okay? Sure. It's already 21 minutes here, and the ones that we spent in that last bit, that the first bit that got cut off. Okay, so I'm going to stitch these together and upload them as soon as possible. I'm sure you're watching, I don't know which channel you're watching this on, so but it is what it is. There is a channel which steals my videos and everything, so whatever, just let it be, it's okay. I'm sure the messages are going to someone it is meant for, so I'm happy, whatever it is. Okay, so with this collective, I'll take your leave. As I said, I hope these messages were helpful to you, and I'll see you very soon again. All right, until then, bye.